Hello, YouTube, and welcome back into the final phases of what has become a faith race. I don't know. I haven't had a solid plan for this game at all, but it seems to be working out. It seems to be working out. I just want to chop this. Which Civ is best neighbor? Yeah, Gilgamesh is definitely one of the best neighbors.
At night there was.
So there's our first writer. That like might actually join us. Pachacuti. We need to have a conversation about where you're settling your cities. Because this was not correct. Oh boy. We all know Mapuche's best neighbor. Oh god, he's brutal.
If I besheed it.
Okay. Catholics inbound. Yeah, that's true. This guy's a debater. Yeah, I just want my extra charges right now. I haven't seen that bug, Jake. I know they were doing well, Matthew. I agree. They were doing well settling freshwater cities. To be fair, most in this game are perfectly fine. It's just kind of that one weird one. Well, that one too. Does Pangea mean there's only one landmass and no islands? Yeah, pretty much. You can, I think, get an island or two in there. So just some little offshoots, but I think largely everything is just one contiguous mass.
It is a beautiful and important monument and an international.
I don't know, Wolf. I don't know how. I think this game ends fairly quickly, so I'm just not quite sure.
Harmony, which would be a grand idea. It should remain a secular.
Just sold your couch. We'll be watching you play from your floor for about a week. Nice, big little bow. Do I ever get bored of playing the same game? I mean, there are times where my interest wanes a little bit. But in general, not really. Like this is my job, right? Like this is it's hard to say it's work because I get to play video games for a living and that's the greatest job ever. But it doesn't really feel like it very rarely feels like work. I will say every once in a while I do kind of, I'm like a little burned out on Civ. But that feeling really only lasts a week maybe, and then I get back to it and something exciting will happen. The Tested Time Challenge has been a great excuse to just kind of keep playing and like having it be fun and purposeful and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't really. A Civ 6 tutor, I try to be. I do try to be. Okay, sounds good, Wolf. I don't understand Viamira. I don't understand that. What's up, Bobby Bronco? Oh, right. Should have bought that. Okay. We are in religion mode. Do I start with apostles? I'm worried with the, or do I start with missionaries? I'm a little bit too worried that Brazil's going to fight us here. So these apostles have 9 spreads. This guy is a debater. So I think we can, like... We can flirt with Brazil a little bit here. Do I want to move Magnus? Magnus isn't bad here because of the... because of our government. He's another 5 faith per turn. We'll switch out of our policy next turn, our production policy.
You must not lose faith.
My capital is not nearly as big as I want it to be. Size matters, Delhi. Size matters. Any other wonder spamming we want to do? Forbidden City still available. Taj, always great. Probably fairly happy just trying to close out the game now. So we'll just run Holy Site Prayers for the faith per turn. That looks like a wonder. Oh, could have taken my combat strength first. Which is this. So these are the essential policies for closing out your religion game. I'm gonna keep Merchant Confederation in there. I don't think being suzerain or anything like that really matters too much here. So that seems fine. Is there anything I prefer over retainers? Probably not. All right. Let's go ham on religious units. I'm gonna start with apostles. I think I will bring some missionaries along for the ride. Because our apostles are very expensive. No holy order to benefit from here. And I'll try to basically use them as escorts.
All the best romance.
So this guy is a debater. So I'll fight him with my debater for now. Where do we go? Does anything matter in the science tree for where we're at? Just like unlocking wonders, I suppose, if we want to, if we feel like getting more of those. We'll build some mosques. I love that I'm going through this, even though I put Moksha down here. Whatever. Whatever. These are all pretty bad. Order's okay. So 9 spreads on my missionaries as well.
An enormous and lofty column of flame.
Does any Gandhi game not turn into religion? You can always meme it up with Gandhi and do nukes. Yeah, this is flipping to us. It is God's will. I'll do the grievances. It's fine. Did we ever do a peaceful Dom Eleanor game? Not like properly like that. You got the wonder for all promotions? Are you thinking of Yerevan, Bobby Bronco? Also buy these buildings with gold. Yeah, we did the terracotta army. That's true. All right, our first target here is actually Brazil. If I can wipe out Catholicism just from the game, I'll be very, very happy. Pachacuti got Angkor. Yeah, see? What are you now? Fighting us pretty hard. Order there. Order and vendor. Translator's good. Okay, we need better faith per turn for sure. Usually I start this part of the game with about 10,000 faith in the bank. But I don't want to give up on this Renaissance Golden that we're in. So we just want to go hard as we can. Yeah, it's just the martyr. Yeah. Yeah. And that's not that good, right? Because you don't want your units to die.
Astronomy compels.
So that passed, but we're not a part of it. I don't know what crawled up her butt, but she didn't like me. She don't like me. Getting these guys back to heal up. I think I'm going to move Moksha here, right? It's going really well, Chimera. It's been a blast for sure. How are you? Yeah, why don't we reestablish Moksha over here? Gives us some time to build up some faith. We'll get more units at that point. People are able to dislike you without foreign objects in their butt. I don't know if I believe that. I don't believe that. You're correct. I don't mean to be crass. I'm sorry.
My man.
Haha. Just giving them housing and we give them 19. That's kind of absurd. How big can our cap be? 21 right now. Cool. All right. I don't know what changed, but I'll take it.
Strategy requires.
I don't know why she's friendly now. Have to be a little bit careful because our missionaries are very, very weak. have to be a little bit clever with our movement, I think. Come on, no more debaters. Give me debaters, please. This is all terrible. What's the missionary symbol supposed to represent? I mean, I think just a book, like a Bible, right? Just like a book. Something like that. Hey, Taupe. And I don't think we need an Inquisition. That's much more of a defensive play. Ouchies.
In a market economy,
It's definitely a book. Brazil pushing us hard with that faith per turn. All right, I think we protected that guy well enough. Okie dokie. Sure. Hey, Elko. How you doing? What's happening? Aw, Rockets fan. Thank you so much for the 6 months.
Keep being awesome.
Thank you very, very much. I will try. I will do my best. And thank you for the 6 months of support. Welcome back with that Prime sub. Have I ever built military engineers to build railroads for my religious units to use? No, I could see the logic there. But with how tedious making railroads is, I'm not interested in doing that. Not +5 in religious fights? Huh? What did I say? What did I say about whatever? Yeah, these apostles are really scary. Yeah, see these missionary charges. Yeah, there are a lot of them, but they just don't do that much. We need more apostles. Yeah, it's right there, dude. Faith, faith, religious combat strength. These are the three. This is the triforce of a religious victory. Perfect spot for him. Not that we need the science. I have a feeling we're going to start losing these missionaries. Look at that. Look at that attack. And they've got more. Yeah, they're definitely responding to us. We are not going to be able to do anything with missionaries. We probably just have to wait for more faith at the moment. So what's his situation like here? It's a lot of faith per turn flying around. Yikes. We really need to get out of here with these. Yeah, there's one of those too. Uh-oh. This is exactly why I don't like missionaries. Especially on deity. That combat strength that their units get, like, just shred your missionaries. If you can do missionary stuff early enough with Gandhi, and I'm talking probably like 30 to 40 turns ago, then I think you're okay. But by this time, they're just really ineffective for how tall the AI cities have gone. And, you know, with their strategies of getting faith per turn and fighting you on it. It's my typical missionary to apostle balance. I almost tend to go exclusively with apostles. Yeah. The only reason I'm getting missionaries at all is because Gandhi, but it's just not really worth it. I'll let the rest of the world use them, Muffin. Who's my favorite civ? It changes based on the day of the week, but I generally, my typical response is like Japan, Russia, Persia. Yeah, see. This is a disaster. Japan, Russia, Persia. Anybody that gets good economy is fun. These guys are all going to die. Can I delete you? No. God, what a waste. Oh, hell yes. Give me a debater. And then Moksha is established. I need 3 more turns on this mosque. How do I rate Australia? We're going to play Australia. They're the last civ in the series. I like Australia a lot. They're a very powerful civ. They kind of have some interesting mechanics, like not necessarily like they're a powerhouse religious and culture civ. They're good at science, but they're like kind of you're at an impasse with just the way that their mechanics work and like wanting to do mines and industrial zone stuff. Those things don't really work well together. But in general, Australia's a very powerful civ. All right. Is there anything else left we need to scout? I don't think so. All right. Your job is to go get that goodie hut. Oh. Missionaries. Feel so bad. Oh, we've gone from not being friends to being allies. That's a one-time deal? Okay. So miserable. I think I can finish that guy off next turn. Also, I say guy too much, but I don't know what else to call these dudes. See? I don't know what else to call them. Can I sum this game up for you in 3 words? Varu relevant elephants. 3 words. Summed it up. What do you think of Hanzas? Hanzas are great. It's a very good unique unit. Pairs well with Germany's abilities of getting an extra district.
There is little manner.
St. Basil's. That could be amazing for her. Did you just build an amazing St. Basil's? Gitarja, I will have a whole new respect for you. Gitarja. Would have been better here. Eh. Are we winning? I don't know. I'm very, I'm in a weird spot because I bought some missionaries and I probably shouldn't have. I want to keep everybody grouped up for the most part. When a St. Basil's good when you have a really solid tundra city. So like all of these tundra tiles could be the St. Basil's. I mean, this really isn't that bad. I'm teasing a little bit because like it's still, she needs to switch tiles, but otherwise it's a decent St. Basil's. But the AI is just not super good at managing that. And this is the game where probably shouldn't have equals the best possible result. It's true. I'm not bummed out or anything. It's just a little like tedious. Let's finish that. Boop. Now we can get more apostles. Oh. Look before you leap, everybody. Look before you leap. There we go. You don't want to buy a bunch of Catholic apostles. That would be a huge, huge mistake. Oh, nice. Nice, Major Band Geek. How you doing, dude? What's happening? All right, so we have kind of all the stuff we want. Busy today? That's all right. Hey, Daniel. How are you, dude? I have 8 charges on this guy that I want to use. I need some bodyguards. I need some apostle bodyguards here. Can you buy Catholic missionaries and kill them? No. Nope, nope, nope. Cool idea, though.
Lands found on the western side
Are apostles better than missionaries generally? Yes. The reason is
and their successors.
Apostles are the way you want to go, generally speaking, for your religion games because they are able to participate in combat. And when we win a combat, watch all these cities, right? Watch. It's going to say minus Catholicism and plus Varu Sirius. So minus Catholicism plus Varu Sirius. So apostles being able to engage in religious combat, this is the most efficient way to close out your game because I'm not even using charges to spread, right? Yeah, at the time I thought I needed these Casa promotions for Moksha, but it turns out I don't. I just need them for this Theater Square. Do that. And apostles have strong promotions like translator and proselytizer that are fantastic. And if you can couple that with Yerevan and pick them every time, it's a cakewalk. The game finishes itself practically. He's stabilized this, by the way, with Victor, I think. Define mid game for me, Jimmy. The question is, mid game, when you start a new city, do you have a standard build order for that city, or do you try to follow like where, you know, just try to play to the city, I guess is the question. But define mid game for me, because I just need to know when you're thinking about it. Very scared for this one. After turn 70, shouldn't be settling too many cities after turn 70. Generally speaking, new cities want a monument. If it's coastal, sometimes I'll start with a granary so that they can grow. But a monument matters a lot. It gives you interesting... It gives you worthy economy, right? Like relevant economy. And then also the loyalty is fairly insignificant in most cases. But the border growth matters a lot. Your border growth is driven by culture, and giving a city 2 extra culture to expand their borders is going to give you more flexibility with where you're placing districts and improving tiles. So starting with a monument is generally the correct thing to do. But sometimes I'll buy it and start them on a really good district if they have that option. You know, like don't get married. Like judge each situation by, you know, on its own merits or whatever. But generally speaking, go with a. I like the buildings, and then I'll get working on the districts. I was in Granary Watermill. I'm not a big fan of watermills, just in general. Like unless your watermill is giving you a lot of food, it's a 80 production commitment that takes 80 turns to pay for itself. Again, there's value there if there's a bunch of like farm resources and the food and stuff, particularly if you settle on food, because this will apply there. But otherwise, it's not a very, very good investment. Thank you, Thalia. Turn 150 save. Yay, proselytizer. Let's bring up a guru. Converted Inca. I'm not really worried about Inca. I have 3 of their cities, of their 5. So yeah, we are majority for them. Oh, we're not. Why are we not? Because of this? Probably because of that. So we're at half. But again, that's the last. that's the last, the least of my worries really, and the last civ that we could easily toss up, you know, an apostle and get them done. So let's go wide on our governor promotions a little bit here. We have 3, and we also have the relevance of the faith. So Reina makes a lot of sense for the appeal. Let's try to put her in the city that will benefit from it the most. If I chop out some of those things, might be okay. Yeah, okay. We can go to Calcutta. We can go with Liang. We'll just go to our biggest cities. Go with Victor. Okay. So that'll be a little bit more faith per turn once they're all established. And then we still have this mess. They are fighting.
My man.
That is good for us. Jack, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Why am I spreading that? We already did that one. There's another apostle down there. We got to be careful. Wow, translator and... Oh, I thought it was translator proselytizer. I was going to be very excited there for a second. These are all terrible. Yay, translator. I'm a little scared of him. He's building an encampment right there. And we finally got a general. How about that? BFD chat. You guys are cracking me up. Yeah, fine. Is there anything you can do to push your neighbors into Dark Ages? Not that I can think of. I'm not saying it's impossible to, like, discourage stuff, but I don't think there's anything reliable that I can think of. Sending units to pillage their tiles? I definitely don't want to do that, Iron Bun, and here's the reason why. If we declare on Pedro, he can then use his military units to just step on my... and pillage my religious units. So we give them a huge advantage in what is ultimately our win con. So I definitely don't want to declare war on him. Gotta love the community. I know. It's you know what is kind of awesome. Like there's this thing I did early on as a streamer, like looking up to other streamers. Oh, we've just lost our 10 combat strength. That's actually really bad. But like looking up to other streamers for just, I don't know, like where they're at and what they've established. And one thing that you can never really quantify is like, oh man, like all those inside jokes, all those memes that you guys like came up with as a group. And it's like, where do those come from? And it turns out they just kind of happen naturally, which is really pretty delightful. I mean, this doesn't matter. I actually have some favor to spend. This doesn't affect us really. Sure. Sure. Copy. Hey, dude. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Welcome back for 23 months. Thank you so much for the ongoing support.
Hi, friend.
Hello. Hello to you. I know. See? All right. Like there's so many memes that people are just tossing out that like we've stumbled into. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Compy. Welcome back. Welcome back for 23 months. That's a long time to bring that Prime sub back here. And I appreciate it greatly. We don't need anything else but faith now. He moved to the encampment. That's interesting. Okay. Probably Nanya. Yeah, Mojeka, we sure have. Varu relevant straight Quasar. How you doing? So he is mostly converted. We want to make sure we get his last apostles if we can as well. Okay. Probably get another couple.
2 months less than 3.
Captain Morgan, thank you so much for the 2 months. Welcome back. Thank you for the repeat sub. I love seeing those second month subs. That's an encouraging sign for any channel. Any person, anybody doing this crazy job. Thank you very much for that. And welcome back.
Mistake that people make when
So you still got this apostle here. I don't know if it's going to attack out or not.
if facts don't fit the theory.
So then, I guess, are we going for Indonesia? She doesn't have huge cities, which is one. Well, I guess these are pretty big. These are all pretty big. These are small. Poland. Yeah, I guess we swoop down here and then come back up through Poland, hopefully meeting in Poland with like a pincer move. But I think largely we're going to need a whole nother video to get all this done. Running into a little bit of competition. Obviously, there's a war going on. There's all kinds of stuff happening. Definitely one of the more interesting games, but I think we can close this out fairly quickly. So anyways, if you've been watching over on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying the series. See you in the next one.